All right, back for another beer review, and today I will once again be reviewing another collaboration beer, this time between the Oliver Brewing Company out of Baltimore, Maryland, and Stillwater Artisanal, headquartered in Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Double Nothing. So this is what they're calling a Nitro Doppelbock style lager. So this is a German-style Doppelbock in a nitro can, comes in at 8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed at the time of review. This can is right around 4.5 months old. So let me address the elephant in the room. Yes, the beer has been poured. Yes, I smelled the beer. Yes, I drank the beer, and I actually reviewed the beer, gave it a score and everything. But my camera didn't record because, I don't know, it just didn't. First time it ever happened. So hopefully it never happens again. But I was going to trash the review and just be like, whatever. But you know what? I enjoyed this one it's so unique. It was a unique beer because how many German-style Doppelbocks do you see in nitro cans or even on tap? As far as nitro beers go, you don't really see it at all. So I really wanted to review this one. So just be forewarned, full disclosure, I've already had this beer. I've already scored it, already drank it. No surprises here. I'm not going to act like I never tasted it, not going to act like I never smelled it. Totally had this one. But I just want to kind of convey my thoughts to you guys in like a quick review. So this is actually the second collaboration beer that I'm reviewing from Oliver and Stillwater. The first one was their Whipped Volume 3, which was a nitro raspberry sour. It was good, but like most nitro beers, it kind of dialed back the characteristics of the beer, added the creamy, smooth mouthfeel that the nitro provides. So I was really excited to give this one a go just because, again, you don't see too many German-style Doppelbocks in nitro cans. So here we are. Anyway, so this pours out like this really nice, like deep mahogany, really more like a brown in the middle. It had, you know, your typical cascading effect from a nitro beer. It was cascading everywhere. Actually, I overpoured it a bit. But yeah, it looks beautiful. Had about a 3 or 4 finger of this really light tan head, super creamy looking. The nose on it is actually quite interesting because I was getting a decent nose out of this, which is really hard for me when it comes to nitro beers. Yeah, it's like toasted brown bread, caramel toffee, marzipan, sweeter like burnt sugar notes. And then you go in for the taste and you're thinking, it's going to carry over and whatnot. And it does. But here's the one thing about this beer. It is actually really boozy at 8%. The first thing that I said in the original review was, I can feel the alcohol stringency on the back of the palate, in the back of the throat, into the chest. But if you like your Doppelbocks to be warmer and be very apparent with the alcohol, this is the beer for you because you definitely can taste it. This is one of the more alcohol-forward Doppelbocks that you actually can perceive on the palate, at least for me personally. Body is actually higher side of medium body, which is really nice and kind of perfect for an 8% Doppelbock. Then the mouthfeel is your typical nitro mouthfeel, creamy and smooth. It plays the role of a nitro beer. And, I have no complaints with the body and mouthfeel. The taste, though, really does carry over. This is a sweeter Doppelbock. There's all that caramel and toffee that you get in the nose that carries over. Marzipan, sweet, burnt, dark sugars. Like a burnt caramel, for the most part, is like the predominant note. A little bit of that toasted brown bread. As it passes through the palate, though, you're hit with that alcohol astringency. You're hit with a pretty decent dryness on the palate. And there's like this underlying like floral component, maybe from the hops, kind of balancing out the sweetness, because this is really sweet up front, like overly sweet. But it does dry out enough on the back of the palate that alcohol hits to kind of balance it out. I do like this one. I think it's a really cool, a really unique beer. That's why I want to kind of do this quickie review. It's a fun beer. That's what I can pretty much say about it. It's a fun beer. I've never had a German-style Doppelbock in a nitro can, and I'm glad I tried it. It's nothing that's going to blow anybody's doors off or anything, but it's quite unique and pretty fun to try. I think Chris over at Off the 10th would enjoy this one just because it's nitroed, although the burn might be a little bit too much for him. But if you do see this, like I said, it's 4.5 months old at the time of review. By the time post, it's probably closer to 5. But if you see it on the shelf and you can get it for like under $4 a can, give it a try, especially if you like nitro beers and you like Doppelbocks. It's a cool mixture between the two. But as far as rating goes, 3.75 out of 5. That's what I gave it in my original review. That's what I'm giving it now because obviously I just did the review like 15 minutes ago. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to do this. I wanted to get on camera, but like I said, I already drank this one. I already knew what to say about it. So even though I already knew what to say about it, I still didn't convey my thoughts all that well. But it's because I don't know how to speak English properly. What are you gonna do? Anyway, that was Oliver and Stillwater Artisanal's Double Nothing, a Nitro Doppelbock style lager, 3.75 out of 5. Appreciate you guys swinging by for this quickie, although it's probably not going to be all that quick review. But like I said, I always like to be transparent with you guys when it comes to reviews, and I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you and be like, oh, I never had the beer before, because I totally did. And it's a solid beer, 3.75 out of 5. Appreciate you guys stopping by. To the next one, cheers.